Welcome to the Raise Hail Praise Dale podcast. I know we're a few minutes late, but that's okay. You still love us and we still love you. I am Voodoo.
I'm JT Dallas.
And tonight we get to look forward to Talladega. Well, not look forward to. If my light will show it. But I'm sunburned as crap. It was in the 80s with no cloud coverage. Spectacular.
I can see it in your face.
Yeah. I tried to wear orange to work to maybe pull away from the sunburn, but no, I got all kind of people noticing that I was sunburnt. So, there weren't many wrecks, which is kind of odd for Talladega, but the in-race experience or in-person experience was pretty cool. Not gonna lie.
Well, I'm not gonna lie, it was kind of boring to watch.
I kind of figured, yeah. They were 2, 3, 4 wide for a good chunk of the race. So,
yep. And my driver got wrecked out at the beginning.
Was beautiful. Sorry.
The only beautiful thing about it was Denny was involved.
Yeah, he didn't get out. So.
I know.
But anywho's enough chit chat about all that stuff. Let's hit that intro and get this show on the road. What you think?
Let's do her.
That was wild.
All right. Well, first things first, let's get this started with the post-race breakdown. So, penalties for, I'm trying to remember what track. Martinsville?
Yeah.
Was it Martinsville? Yeah.
No. That would have been Rockingham.
That's what it was. Okay. Anyway, RCR's appeal of Jesse Love's penalty has been denied. So he is not getting that Rockingham win, and NASCAR said, sit on it and rotate. It's not happening.
Pretty much, yeah.
No,
there's no second appeal on those either, so.
No, so it's official.
It's
Jesse Love ain't getting that win.
But luckily he has another win already, and he was looking pretty good at Talladega too for a little bit.
Yep.
Didn't quite pull it off though.
Yeah. So, with that being said, we can move away from Rockingham, unfortunately. But we get to look forward to talking about Dega.
Yes, sir.
So starting off on a Friday, the ARCA General Tire 200. William Solid got the pole in his 18 machine. And the first 5 of the top 10 are as follows. Lawless Allen took the win in his number 20. Thad Moffitt in the 46 got second. Isabella Robusto got third in her 55. Andy, oh no. Jankowicz.
You get them every week, it seems like.
I know. You give the kid that can't read, period, the hardest names to follow.
I don't pick the order they finish in.
Andy in his 73 got 4th, and 5th was Justin Kitzmiller in the 92nd.
Yeah, adjust your thing on here again real quick.
Unacceptable.
When I was messing around with it, when we couldn't hear your mic, I turned it way up. Oh, anywho's, starting in 6th place, you got the number 6 car of Mr. LeVar Scott.
That's nice.
Right. The 25 of Jake Finch came in 7th. Bryce Hogberg or Hodgeberg, I don't know, one of the two. The number 11 came in 8th. 9th was the number 18th of William Sawalich. And look at this first top 10. The 30 of Mr. Garrett Mitchell, also known as Cletus McFarland.
He was flying free as eagles, boy.
He was whipping around. You see that avoiding on the wreck he did that last little strip there?
Oh yeah, I got a
They
good
showed the
feeling it's
replays
about to
pretty
get
quick.
loud around here. So just letting you know.
I don't know what to do with my hands. I'm just kidding.
Right. If Ricky Bobby was a real person, it would be Garrett Mitchell.
You know what? You're probably right. We do have one
Anyway.
driver that we follow
Yep.
kind of closely
Pizza
for
Man.
ARCA. Yeah.
Oh,
Number 06 of
Braden
Brayton
Lett-
Lester came in
Black.
34th. There's a lot of cars out there. I think there were 38 total.
Yeah.
But he had an ignition issue like pretty much right after the green flag, and it took him
That
a little bit to
sucks.
figure it out and get it fixed. And they were like 15 laps down when they came back out. So technically he finished the race, but he was never able to make up how many laps down he went. So
Yep. Moving on to Xfinity, we got the AG Pro 300. The purse was 1.6 million. I'm pretty sure that's the same. Is it the same as it's been?
it's been the same every week. Yeah.
That's what I thought. So, Jesse Love got the pole. We had a couple D&Qs. We had Garrett Smithley, Jake Garcia, and Austin Green all
See a
did
name that's not on there, huh?
qualify.
Be Dawson Cram's not on there. You know why?
I noticed. I wonder if he showed up.
They didn't show up.
I mean, if you failed to qualify every time, I wouldn't show up either.
All right.
There were a few to the rears for unapproved adjustments. You had Fast Pasta in his 42 car, the 44 at Brennan Poole, and Caesar Bassarella.
Close enough.
Yeah.
That's what I was going to go with. I was going to go with Baccarella, but, whatever.
Hey, it is what it is. I'll go ahead and let you start with the stages.
All right. Well, stage one, Mr. I'm going to try and get my win back that got DQ'd from last week. Jesse Love took stage one. Austin Hill in the 21 took stage two, and the stage three win, which is also known as the race win, gets him into the playoff. I think he was already in the playoffs too, though. Coming in second was Mr. Jeb Burton. Third, Jesse Love. He couldn't exactly pull off getting that win back. Coming in fourth was Mr. Justin Allgaier. And then look at a top five for Matty DiBarrito.
Sir, you know who was right behind him?
Machine. Right.
Fast Pasta was right behind him in the 42. Blaine Perkins was in seventh in the 31. Harrison Burton, we know that name, in the 25 was 8th. Sheldon Creed 9th, and Daniel Dye 10th. The 10 in the 10, baby.
We got two drivers that we normally follow in Xfinity, and they were both in the top 10, so we're not going to cover them again.
Right?
We don't have to.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. Xfinity fastest lap went to the 51 of Jeremy Kmlitz. Was on way back in the start of the race at lap 33 with a 49.64. There were no tech issues for Xfinity.
You will respect my Xfinity. Anyway, sorry for that random ADHD outburst. The Jacklings 500. Of course, the purse is the same with 11 million. Zane Smith showed us all with the pole.
First career pole for him.
Not bad, not bad. There was no one that failed to qualify, but there was one to the rear for unapproved adjustments. Mr. J.J. Yaley in that number 44. Kyle Larson took stage one. Bubbles himself took stage two. But Austin Cindric finished it up, fighting Preece for the end. But regardless, it sounds like he would have got it anyway.
Did you hear Joey Logano after stage two when Cindric pushed Bubba to the front?
Oh, yeah, he was pissed.
Yeah,
but again, it doesn't matter because guess who got disqualified?
Right. We'll cover that in a second.
Yeah. So starting with the top five, you get, of course, Austin Cindric. He won the race. Kyle Larson came in second with William Byron following behind him. It threw me off because I forgot. What charger? It's in your car. It was in the console. Anyway, Chase Elliott and Noah Gragson were behind William Byron.
It was Noah Gragson and Chase Elliott in that order, not in the order you mentioned them in. But coming in sixth, one of my RHPD guys, Mr. Carson Hocevar in that 77. And then the fourth driver out of 4 from Hendrick Motorsports to make it into the top 10, Mr. Alex Bowman in that number 48. Bubba came in 8th in the 23. The 99 of Daniel Suarez came in 9th. And then the birthday boy himself, Mr. Austin Dillon, came in 10th. His birthday was yesterday, by the way.
Let's see here. A couple that we follow. We follow Oh Fast Pasta. In that 62, he finished 28th. JJ Yaley in the 44 finished 32nd. 33rd went to BJ McLeod due to overheating issues on lap 71.
I just noticed that it says overeating.
Go ahead. Hang on a minute.
All right. Xfinity fastest lap. Actually, I think it's a record for the next gen cars. I think he got to 199 point something miles per hour. But Mr. Michael McDowell in that 71 on lap 120 completed that lap in 47.89 seconds. And as we mentioned earlier, technically Mr. Ryan Preece finished in second, but was DQ'd because he had too many spoiler shims. He had 3 instead of the 2 that you're allowed to have. And then Mr. Logano originally finished in 5th, but he also was disqualified due to a missing spoiler bolt. So now the number 60 is credited with a 38th place finish, and the 22 with a 39th place finish. Sucks for both of them, but Larson and Berry cars were taken to research and development for additional inspection. Larson, Berry, Ty Dillon, and Bubba Wallace all had their engines sent into the engine dyno to break them down and just double check them. So we'll see if anything comes from that. Usually doesn't. But the fun part of the show, I guess I could have taken the race results down while we were talking about all the rest of that stuff.
You could have, but you didn't. It's okay.
Yeah, whatever. Winless streak. I actually put this back in the notes because we usually skip over it.
Nice. Let's see. Ty Dillon with 255. He's almost worked his way back up to the Corey LaJoy, which was 275, 272, something like that.
Yep, somewhere around there. Austin Cindric, this was...
I literally just only took one drink. Here.
30 races that he had started before he got this win, so not too long of a streak that he broke.
Yep. Yes, sure.
Jump into our rookies.
Yep. So,
I'll let you go first. I usually go first on these. I'll let you go first.
Well, my rookie is SVG, and he started 36th and worked his way up to 29th. Currently 35th in points with 106.
And then Mr. Riley Erbst started in 23rd, worked his way all the way up to 22nd. one whole spot. But he didn't go backwards, so that's good. But he is currently 33rd in the standings with 118 points. So currently I am winning the rookie battle, but not by a whole lot.
Oh, sorry, guys. My allergy season is kicking my booty. All right, so now that we've talked about our rookies, we can talk about RHPD Motorsports.
I'll let you go first again.
All right, so
Change it up a little bit.
The 55 of Cole Custer and the 56 of Christopher Bell. Starting with Cole Custer, he started 12th and finished 13th. Currently 34th in points with 109. Chris Bell, on the other hand, has a little bit more promising lead. With 10 starts, he's got 1 pole, 1 stage win, 5 top 5s, 6 top 10s, and 3 race wins. He started 11th, and a wreck in the first stage took him out, so he finished 35th, currently 5th in points with 307.
And then I got my 2 guys, Mr. Carson Hocevar in the 37 and Tyler Reddick in the 73. Mr. Carson Hocevar did add a top 10 to his little ticker there, so he's got 2 top 10s now. But he started in 28th, finished in 6th, almost got that top 5. He is currently 20th in standing, so he jumped up quite a bit there with 195 points. And then Mr. Tyler Reddick started in 26th, finished in 14th. He's currently 6th in standings with 303 points. You say you got a promising league, but it's only by 4, sir. Only by 4.
A lead's a lead.
Lead.
Then we ain't even hit New Hampshire yet.
So that's all we got for that part. Now we get to talk about some new NASCAR updates and team changes with our trackside trends.
Yes, sir.
So,
NASCAR has revealed the All-Star race.
Yeah, let me get to that screen real quick. We will go through that. So starting off on Friday, got your All-Star Open, your All-Stars and your Open car qualifying. It's going to be 3 laps, including a pit stop. So the Open cars will start off and then work your way through everybody else. So the competitors will take the green flag and run 1 full lap at full speed, and then on the second lap will proceed down pit road at pit road speed to one of 2 NASCAR designated pit stalls for a 4-tire stop. No fuel. Once that's complete, they will maintain pit road speed out of pit road and then take off to the checkered flag. Fastest All-Star qualifier will start on the pole for Heat Race 1 and for the actual All-Star race. So, pretty cool. Nice. That pit stop that's during that qualifying will be the Pit Crew Challenge. So, whoever pit crew finishes the fastest with no penalties will be your Pit Crew Challenge winner. And that order, fastest to slowest, will be your order of pit picking as well.
Mm-hmm. What team, as of right now, do you think's got it?
I'm gonna go with one of the JGR teams, probably.
I'm gonna say Bubbles.
Really?
If I
haven't really been paying attention to how fast his pit stops have been.
Well, wasn't his pit crew the one that? No, I'm thinking of Denny's. I think I don't know. The guy that was throwing the pit or the jack behind his back.
Oh, who was that? I know exactly who you're talking about, but I don't remember what team he's on now.
I want to say it's either Bubbles or Denny's. I can't remember.
It's definitely a Toyota. I know that much.
Mm-hmm.
It's not Legacy, so. But that's all the Friday stuff for the All-Star race. Jump to Saturday and Sunday stuff.
All right. Sorry. The heat races, there will be 2 heat races, 60 laps each. All laps count. That means yellows as well. Result of Heat 1 establishes the inside row, and the result for Heat 2 establishes the outside row. And that's all on Saturday, May 17th. So you get some heat races going on. Sunday, though, May 18th, the All-Star Open starts. 100 laps, all laps count, overruled times in effect. So you only get 1 attempt. I'm assuming that means like
1 attempt at overtime, yeah.
Yeah. A competition break around lap 40. The top 2 finishers transfer to the All-Star race, and the fan vote also transfers. And those top 2 finishers obviously aren't already in the All-Star. That's why it's called the Open. In case you
Right. It's
didn't
basically
know.
people that haven't won this race or a race. I
in
think
the
it's
past
yeah.
5 years or
I don't
something like
remember
that.
how far it goes back, but basically they're just trying to fill up the last few spots.
Yep. But the actual All-Star race happens after that, and it'll be 250 laps. All laps count. Overtime rules in effect, which means they can go into overtime. Competition break at around the lap 100. And an optional promoter's caution must be executed prior to lap 220. And it says if that caution has not been executed, a natural caution occurs after lap 200. Optional cautions will no longer be in play.
So basically, whoever the highest bidder is for that race gets to be like, "Hey, want a caution now? Thanks." Kind of, I don't know how I feel about it.
I don't either.
I guess
That's kind of
we'll
weird.
see what happens. But then there's also another twist on the All-Star race this season. That'd be the manufacturer showdown. So, the way this is going to work, all three manufacturers are going to be equally represented in this showdown. The members of each manufacturer team will be determined by the least represented manufacturer, and an equal number of drivers from the other two manufacturers will be selected based on their final All-Star grid starting positions. So basically, if you got 4 Toyotas that make it, they're probably going to be the least represented because they have the least amount of drivers. If you have 4 Toyotas that make it, then you'll have 4 Chevy, 4 Ford, and I'm guessing that it's going to be the top of that amount as far as qualifying positions. Or not qualifying positions, but starting positions of the All-Star race will make up those teams. The teams are scored against each other, not by their overall star finish. Lowest combined total of finishing positions will be the winning manufacturer. So when you put all the finishing positions together, whoever has the lowest combined total is going to be the winner.
What manufacturer do you think is going to take it? I know last year a Ford took it.
Yeah. I'm going to go Chevy.
You going to go Chevy?
Yeah.
I could see that. I would love for a Toyota to win. I'd love for Legacy to win, but
yeah. Although Nemechek did look good up there in the front this past weekend.
Till he wrecked.
It was pretty.
Till he
It was
wrecked.
pretty.
Till he wrecked.
He didn't wreck. He spun out coming out of pit road.
Oh, I'm sorry.
He didn't get any damage. They didn't even throw a caution for him.
I know, but that's the that's what killed him, though. Honestly,
Definitely did. That's what we got to look forward to for the All-Star race.
that's not this coming week, but what is it? Next week?
We got Texas this weekend coming up, and then
I know.
we'll have one more race after that, and then it'll be the All-Star race.
I know.
And after the All-Star race, I think it's the Coke 600.
Oh, that hurt.
Get to see Jimmy on track again.
Yes, sir. It's always a good day when you can see Jimmy on track.
Right.
It's even better
Especially if he gets another top 3.
Top 5.
One can only hope.
Moving on to a little bit of team changes. Rodney Childers and Spire have parted ways. Ryan Sparks will return to the pit box as crew chief for Justin Haley and the number 17 for the duration of the 2025 season. Sparks will once again serve in a dual role as crew chief and director of competition.
Yep. Rodney and Spire have both said that it's like things just weren't working out type situation. So they parted ways.
Yes, sir.
This next one, I actually got a scheme for if I can get to it. There we go. Tony Breidinger and Kendall Jenner are teaming up with Kendall Jenner's tequila brand, 818 Tequila. Kendall Jenner says that brand is going to get into national sports sponsorships through a new deal with Tony Bridinger, which will make that be the primary scheme, as you can see on the screen right now, on her truck at Nashville. And there will be a party after the Nashville race that'll be sponsored by the tequila brand, as well as associate branding for the rest of the 2025 season.
It's not a bad ski.
It's actually interesting colors.
I like it. I mean, I get why, because the agave that they use to make tequila.
Well, yeah.
I like it.
Better than a Spire scheme. That's all I gotta say.
That is way better than a Spire scheme. But anyway, Kyle Busch is to drive the 17 Xfinity HendricksCars.com in Charlotte on May 24th. We don't have to have a sneak peek of that scheme because you already know what it looks like.
You know what it looks like. Exactly. But Mr. Christopher Bell is going to be running interstate batteries at Texas this weekend, not only on his Cup car, but also on his high limit racing mobile. He's going to make a debut there at Texas. Some more dirt track racing.
Sir, another sprint car. You know, Seabell, he's magic hands when it comes to the sprint cars.
Wish he had magic hands.
Anyway, ready to move on to our race day horizon before we get a. All right, I'll let you take it this time.
First thing first, it looks like I missed some information. Mr. Fritz down there said Christopher Bell will be joined by Kyle Larson and Ricky Stenhouse Jr.
Yes, sir. Let's see if he can put Larson in his place again, like he did at the Chili Bowl.
Right. That'd be nice.
Right.
Moving to the schedule for Texas.
Tejas.
So starting on Friday, we got a couple of little events there. This is May 2nd, which is this Friday coming up. Starting at 2:35 p.m. All times are in Eastern time. You got your truck practicing qualifying, which actually did not have a channel listed. So I wonder if it's just not going to be broadcasted. Kind of weird.
It is kind of weird.
5:05 p.m. You got your Xfinity practicing qualifying on the CW app, obviously. And then at 8 p.m. you got your truck race, which is the SpeedyCash.com 250 on FS1. Stage 1 and 2 are both 40 laps. Stage 3 will be 87 laps for a whopping total of 167 laps to find out who could potentially be the next person to lock themselves into the truck playoffs.
Or just cinch their lead in.
True.
But on Saturday, May 3rd, starting at 11:05 a.m., Cup practice and qualifying is on Prime. And then at 2 p.m., the Xfinity race, the Andes Frozen Custard 300, will be on the CW. First and second stage are 45 laps, and the last stage is 110 laps, making a grand total of 200 laps.
I wonder if one of those two cars in the Xfinity series is going to be running that Andes Frozen Custard scheme that Cole Custer likes to run.
I'm sure they are. I know last year when we got to go to the, what was it? The Auto Trader 400. That's what it was. We got to, like, Andy's was, of course, there, and their booth was one of the coolest because it had the 00 and the sprint car out there. So, definitely
nice.
Cool. But, moving on to...
Sunday. Hang on, baby Jesus, this is gonna get bumpy.
Yeah. All of these are on FS1. Starting at 2 o'clock, you got your NASCAR race day, which is just breaking down the upcoming race. And then shortly after that, at 3:30 p.m., you got your Worth 400 presented by Liquamali, whatever the heck that is. Stage 1 is 80 laps. Stage 2 is 85 laps. And the final stage is 102 laps for a grand total of 267 laps to find out that Christopher Bell is not going to win.
To be fair, Chase Elliott won it last year.
Yeah. Kyle Busch needs to get himself a win.
I agree.
I don't know if he's going to pull it off at Texas, though.
I don't know. He won the trucks last year in that really nice looking real tree lime green 7. Just saying.
Right.
So, I mean, maybe he'll get to pull it off in Cup this year. Who do you have pinned down for the win on that one?
Let's see here. I did not do my due diligence and rehearse this before.
Chase Elliott won last year.
Chase Elliott did win last year, but he's not even in the top 10 on average finishes. Well, I mean, he would be if you count some people that are no longer racing. Definitely not going to be a Kyle Busch weekend. Well, the heck
Maybe
even
not.
is Kyle Busch's name on this list? Holy crap. 37th.
Nice.
So I'm definitely not going for him. Willie B technically has the highest average finish, but I'm not going to go with him. I'm going to go with Mr. Bad Brad Keselowski.
I'm going to go Preece. I think that Preece is going to go the distance without cheating this time, and he's going to cinch it. I really do. I would love to see Bell win again, but I think
My
Preece is
backup will
gonna
be Chase Briscoe.
I think Truex ran the 19 a little better than Briscoe, in my opinion.
Well, obviously.
But I think I'm going to stick with Preece.
Before you start that, if you want to make your picks for Texas, get into our fantasy league. NASCAR.com. It's Raise Hail, Praise Dale podcast. Make sure you spell Hail, Hale, and throw that podcast on the end, or it is not ours. There is a password to get into it. It is all lowercase, RHPD2024. I am currently in second place, just saying. Made up a bunch of points this weekend.
I had a good one this weekend, too. I mean, not near as good as yours, but I think I finished second this weekend.
Yeah, well, your voice is in your head that likes to compete against me over there. I think I put 100 points on her this week.
Yeah, she wasn't too happy.
Anywho's, get yourself in there. It might be a little late to try and catch up, but it's not impossible.
I will say, if you have a fantasy league as like right now, and you just want to join ours, it will move your points over. So, I mean, the points do transfer.
Yeah. But
So
if you're starting fresh,
yeah,
it might be a
if
little
you're
difficult
starting
to catch
fresh,
up.
it's a little far behind, but
But of course, Trash Can is in the lead right now. We need to
Of course.
dethrone him so he doesn't keep getting diecast off of us.
That's very true, because if you win, you get a 164th from Lionel, if you're choosing. But let's see. We got some entry lists with the trucks. There's gonna be 32 entries, and some of the notable ones is Brandon Jones in the number 1 car, Nick Sanchez in the 07. Oh my lord, if I can read. And then Carson Hocevar is going to be in the 7 truck.
Yes, sir. And then Xfinity, of course, is bringing too many cars for the show. Got 40 entries for only 38 spots, so 2 people are going to fail to qualify. A couple of notable entries. You got the 19 of my rookie, Mr. Riley Herbst. And then the 32 of Catherine Legg is making another start. Let's see if she'll finish a race without a wreck. Pretty nice.
Yes, sir. We do have a couple of entries for Cup. There will be 38.
Yeah,
You
that's
got the
just a
62 of Jesse Love and the 66 of Chad Fitchum.
Yep. And some sponsors for Texas. Not exactly a new sponsor, but first time we'll see it this season on his car. Be Mr. Ross Chastain running that Tootsie's Orchard Lounge. Gonna be a nice little combination of some sorts of purples, I'm pretty sure.
Yes, sir. And then we've got Noah Gregson running his Rush Truck Center's car.
As long as it's not the 50 Shades of Grey car.
100%.
Mr. Kyle Larson is running a different scheme this week, baby. He's gonna have Valvoline on the car.
I wonder if it's going to be the confetti scheme. That'd be awesome.
No, it's probably gonna be that red and white one.
Probably. Next we got Justin Haley running Cat's Coffee.
Yeah, not a Spire scheme. Nice.
I'm excited for the next one.
I guess that that leak that we saw is true because Mr. Kyle Busch is gonna be running a 7-Eleven scheme.
Nice. Right. So, Josh Berry is going to be running a Worth scheme. I wonder if it's going to look like the Penske Worth.
Probably, because it's essentially just a fourth Penske car.
Essentially.
Speaking of Penske, Joey Logano is going to run a AAA insurance scheme.
Nice. You were talking about Riley Herbst. He's going to be running the Beatbox car, and this car is sick. I'm gonna have to
loud
buy this.
And definitely very 90s.
I'm definitely gonna have to buy it. Awesome. If only Lionel would actually make their cars instead of promising to make them.
I'm surprised that Cole Custer didn't stick around and wait for this week to run the Cole Custer car.
I know.
It would make a little more sense, but he is going to run a Red Baron scheme, which we haven't seen a Red Baron car in. Have we ever seen a Red Baron car?
I don't remember that I have anyway.
Yeah. So something new to look
Red
at.
Red Baron. Yum.
That's Red
we got
Robin
Tyler
thing
Reddick
you were doing.
running- Huh?
You did the Red Robin thing for Red Baron.
Oh, whoops. My bad. Tyler Reddick's running the Jordan brand. It looks like a diamond.
Yeah, I can't really tell what this is. It could be a diamond.
That's what I look at it. I don't know. Kind of weird looking, honestly.
It is. Well, here's your pick to win this week coming up. Mr. Ryan Preece going to run a Kroger / Sara Lee and Crafts singles car.
Sir,
Are they going to have like some pies on the side along with some cheese? I don't know. Weird.
Jesse Love running that C4 Ultimate Energy car.
I'm pretty sure it'll look like the last one he ran.
Yep.
And then next up, the last scheme we got for Mr. Chad Fincham is the Hart HVAC and Electric / Wind Supply of Fort Worth scheme. Looks pretty good for the 66, I would say. Nice to.
I've noticed there's a lot of loud schemes this time.
Yeah, must be like 80s throwback week or something.
Must be.
Last but not least, he's
Sorry,
gonna
Daniel
die
Torres is
of-
running a Kubota scheme. Probably the same as you had before.
Maybe. But that's all we got to cover for that portion. Next up, we got our S cubed. So as we always mention, Slick Scheme Spotlight is brought to you by happyhourracing.com. Go there to get you some fancy NASCAR or F1 merch, diecasts, All kinds of fancy little stuff going on over there. I know Dally has already purchased from him. Got it, I would say, within the week. Or within a week after he ordered it.
Yeah.
Brand spanking new stuff. He got that 7-time champ shirt for Mr. Jimmy Johnson. Pretty good quality. And if you want to help out the podcast, make sure when you're over there, use that code RHPD. It doesn't cost you anything extra, but we get a little cut off the top to go towards the podcast. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Sorry, I am dealing with work right now. If you're wondering why I just got suddenly quiet.
I'm not surprised.
Because I'm not on call, but I am technically the boss right now, sir.
Boss man.
Unfortunately, my boss with extra pay.
I get to go first. And I chose Mr. John Hunter Nemechek's scheme, if you couldn't tell by my shirt. Got this at the track. Back's pretty cool looking too.
It was a nice car. Yeah, that's where I took the inspiration for our thumbnail.
Yeah. This scheme on track actually looked pretty good. He started in 29th and unfortunately had an incident coming off of that last pit stop cycle. Spun around coming out of pit road. Didn't catch a caution. Wound up finishing back front for quite some time. Looked pretty cool to see that John Hunter Nemechek scheme up there. Before we move on to his, I actually took a picture with the show car. So, pretty cool there. Very nice, very nice.
Very nice. Sorry, my Discord's acting up now. That's fantastic.
That's always fun.
I know. That's like really laggy now. I had the Austin Dillon 2014 Las Vegas Mobile. Like the color scheme of this car. It looked really good on the are those the cruises? I don't really remember. Uh-oh.
I think something's going on with YouTube. There we go. Open up studio and see what's going on here. Dun, dun, dun.
Well, that was weird.
I think it's something to do with YouTube Studio acting up more than you. I got a little thing over here for YouTube videos not receiving enough. Okay, maybe it's on my end. It should be back good now.
It's streaming fine, at least.
Yeah, we should be back now. It for some reason it was barely pushing any video out to YouTube. That was weird.
I got you.
Live issues, but we are back.
Right.
Sorry about that.
So the 2014 Cobalt 400 at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Austin Dillon ran the Cheerios 3. He started 4th and finished way back in 16th. So not the best day, but it still looks pretty nice.
What year did he start in the 3?
2013, 2012, somewhere in there.
I want to say this was pretty close to the start of him being in that 3.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was. Hang on, I'll look it up real quick. But anyway, I just like the scheme of this. It's very simplistic, but it pops, and
definitely a racing car with those racing stripes.
Yeah.
Works for losers that want money.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so he started driving the number 3 in the 2014 season. So
this was his.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is the first year that he ran the number 3.
Gotcha. I know it was close. I didn't realize it was the actual season. Pretty nifty, I would say.
Yeah.
That was our Slick Scheme Spotlight, brought to you by HappyHourRacing.com. Don't forget to use that code to help us out.
Also, stay updated on the episodes because we will be doing some giveaways fairly soon. I know I've got a few things and Voodoo's got a few things, and we'll let you know when the time comes and how to get in that giveaway. We also have merch. We got some shirts and good stuff going on. Be on the lookout for our 90s shirt that went live last week, right?
Yep.
We also have the official Hail Razor shirt. Get you one of those, which I think you can get shirts, hats, and stickers with those.
Shirts, hat, sticker. We do have a coffee mug and a 17-ounce travel mug, too.
Yep. So be sure to get all that. Let's see here. What else was there? What else? Oh, tune in Wednesday or Thursdays. Sorry.
We record on Wednesday
morning. Yeah, we record on Wednesdays. We will be releasing our scheme scene where we rate every scheme for that week. So if there's a cool scheme coming up, be sure to tune in for that. Here pretty soon, we're also going to be hopefully making another video of our NASCAR 101 series. So be on the lookout for that, especially if you're a new fan. We will try to dumb things down for you so you can understand and reteach ourselves some stuff that, we don't really think about.
let us know what you think the next topic of that series should be. A brand new NASCAR race fan that knows absolutely diddly squat. The only thing we laid out so far would be just who drives for what team / manufacturer. We technically did a points breakdown in the past, but it's even outdated now.
Yeah, which the only thing they've added is the fastest lap point. But
yeah.
But if you guys want to see anything in particular, be sure to let us know in the comments. We are always open to some suggestions. Anything to make it better for you guys. Let's see here. Is there anything else? Oh, go check out our socials. We have been posting at least semi-regularly on Instagram, X, and TikTok. Let's go check those out. The Diecast Distraction should be dropping tomorrow.
I gotta record my episode for you. I forgot about it.
Oh, you're good. Last week I had my wife's help. She what car was it? Oh, I have to go back and watch it. Anyway, I know they were connected with the two that we showed. Oh, that's right. My wife showed a Terry Labonte Monsters Inc. car, and I showed the Bobby Labonte Small Soldiers. So
Small Soldiers is better, just saying.
But yep, so tune in this next week and we'll go over another piece of NASCAR's random junk that I've got.
Don't forget, if you enjoy our content, join the 127 other Hail Raisers. Hit that subscribe button for us.
Yes, sir. Also, Voodoo and I were having a discussion about possibly adopting a podcast mascot, and if you had any suggestions for that as well, be sure to drop it in the comments below. But no, I'm not hiring a mascot. I just want to create one.
Well, we got to figure out who we want to be the mascot, and then we got to come up with a name for him.
Yeah. So.
Little process there. And then we'll probably come out with some merch on him too. Or her, depending on what we come up with.
Yep. But other than that, I think that's all I've got. And I think that it's your turn to take us out this time, isn't it?
Alrighty then. Appreciate everybody dropping in, but that's the checkered flag for this week's show of the Raise Hail Praise Dale podcast. Keep your engines revved, and we'll catch you next time, Hellraisers.